All right, good morning. My name is Willie, and I'm the VP of Products and Service here at Codesion. Today, what we'll be doing is taking you through a demo of our Professional Edition product. Just to tell you a little bit about Codesion, we have over 4,400 paid commercial accounts. Over 40,000 users are actively using our service. On top of that, we probably have over 20,000 free accounts and open source accounts that are also using the service. We've been in the business for many years as the enterprise leading source control management solution in the cloud. Now, what I'm going to do today is show you as a new user how you actually use our Professional Edition product when you first log in and when you actually use the product. So what you'll see here is once you log in, you will be prompted the overall dashboard. Let me tell you a little bit about the dashboard. First of all, you will see that there's the activity feed, and here you will actually see all the latest commits that are happening in your repository. And you can actually do RSS, use RSS feed with it, and see the latest updates. And also, if you're a first-time logging into the account, make sure you set up the account administrator. And it's a very easy way, this session called account administrator, to set this up. Make sure yourself or a group that you choose and add them to this section. And that way, those set of users or group will have full administrator access to your account. Now, as a new user, the first thing you will do is you will actually create a project. And what we're going to do here is actually create a test project. I'll call it test 1. Now, once the project's created, you will be able to start selecting the different services that Codesion provides. So, for example, we currently offer 3 different source control repositories in the cloud. I'm just going to go ahead and click Subversion as well as Git. If there are any CVS users out there, please let me know via the chat, and I can add that as well. I'm going to go ahead and just add Track and Bugzilla as a service, as well as my dev drive. And I'm also going to add Codesion Publisher. So these are all the services that Codesion actually hosts and we own. Now, in terms of the Connect section where you have Basecamp, Fugbug, the Lighthouse, we don't actually host these services. These are other online services that, for example, Jira or Rally or Atlassian hosts. But what we do is we actually integrate with them. And what we do in terms of integration is the following. We have what's called a ticket or issue integration framework. What that means is that when you actually, in your source control repository, and you're doing a commit, and in that commit message, what you can do is you can put in a ticket syntax that essentially sends your commit message, your revision, and your updated files, as well as changing the status of that ticket for any of these applications. Okay, and currently, Jira and Rally are a lot of these integrations are only offered as part of Professional Edition, and we're going to continue to build out these integrations to have deeper integration as well as integration with other agile management tools out there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and select Rally and Rally just to show you an example of what a ticket integration will look like. So I'm going to click OK. At this point, what you will see is you will see all the services now being provisioned. Now, this is one of the most important aspects of Codesion is that we provision all these services in about 5 minutes. So you don't have to go and set up a server, set up Git, set up Subversion, set up Track. You'll be provisioned, and you'll be ready to use in 5 minutes. Now, a couple of things about security that are addressed in this project dashboard. You can see that you have the Test 1 project. And if you want to very quickly add a user to have just general access. And what we mean by general access is essentially read or write capabilities to all the services that are in this project. And what you could do is you can come into the general project access section and add the group of users that you want to have general access to this project. And all the services below have the general access applied to them. So the user will be able to check in, check out, commit into Subversion, as well as Git, or access Track or Bugzilla. Okay, so that's a very quick way to add permission. Codesion provides a very unique project-based approach. All the services, like Subversion, Git, are all attached or connected, associated with this particular project. And you can basically have a full security hierarchy from your company or account to all the different multiple projects, and then all the way down to all the multiple services. And then sometimes within each of those services, you may have further permissions. I'll show you that in full security hierarchy in just a little bit as part of Subversion, for example. Now, if you wanted to configure a specific service in terms of security, for example, Subversion, what you could do is you can open that service tab up, and you will see the URL with Subversion, and then you can see the service permissions. At this point, you will be able to click on that, and you can actually just manage permissions for that particular service. So you can add, for example, a role, a set of users and groups, and you'll be able to configure permission at a very detailed level that way. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is actually talk a little bit more about security. And this is a very unique feature that we have within Professional Edition, and we offer a full enterprise role-based security. And what that means is the following. If you were to set up your own track, for example, Subversion or Git, what you will need to do is you will need to configure users and groups as well as security and permissions and ACLs for each of those products separately. You would have to do it in an access text file in Subversion. You probably need to configure that in Git using some tool like Codesion or maybe some other way to configure Git security. Track, you have to go into Track, and Bugzilla, you go into Bugzilla. But within Codesion, all that's unified into a single enterprise role-based security interface. So here what I have is an example of a role. Okay? In this role, what you will see is I can create a role, let's say, called developer, and I can say, you know, this developer has dev drive access, has Git permission read and write, Subversion read and write, as well with a set of Bugzilla or Track permissions. Okay? And once this is set up here, we take care of all the security for you. We will go ahead and take this role that you created and sync down the permission and security all the way down to Git, to Subversion, to Bugzilla, to Track. So you don't have to separately manage security in each of those applications. This is a single unified interface. And that's really very unique about our Professional Edition, is that it gives you this security capability. Okay? So you will see that a custom role has created with all those permissions, and you can now actually use this role for all of your projects. And let me show you a little bit what that looks like. So if you go to the Security tab, what you will see is you will see the full view of all of your projects, all of your services and service types. For example, we created a Test 1 project, and you will see the services within the Test 1. And you'll see the full hierarchy here. So my company is the organization or account, and each of the sub-level are projects, and within each project are each of the services. Now within Subversion, you also have different folders. You can put into the folder levels. So even within the service, you may have further hierarchies. What this allows you to do is if you create a role, and let's say you want to assign security at the highest level from the account all the way to all the services, all the projects, all the